Hey everybody, Linda Rodriguez from preparedbeforedisaster.com. Um, Before I start today, just in case there are some people checking in that have not seen or heard me before, just so you know a little bit about me. First and foremost, I'm a mom. And secondly, I am on our community emergency response team, which is called CERT. I'm a neighborhood captain. And I'm also on Red Cross disaster team, and I have my ham radio license for emergency communication, as well as a number of other different certificates through the Red Cross. So my purpose for this video and others is to share with you information that will help you to prepare before a disaster. And today's video is just on, it's a short, brief one just to help you get started. I don't want to overwhelm you. I just want to give you 4 steps to starting to get yourself prepared and to give you some food for thought of what is it in your area that you need to prepare yourself for based on where you live. And so today my question for you would be, where will you or your family be when disaster strikes? And what we say in CERT or Red Cross, wherever, is knowing what to do is your best protection. So that's what I'm here for, is to help you to know what to do, how to prepare, so that you can calmly take care of yourself, take care of your family, and be safe. So the 4 steps would start with getting informed. Number 2 would be making a plan. 3 would be assemble a kit. And 4 would be to maintain that kit and your plan. Number 1, being informed would be to contact your police department, local police department, your Red Cross, gather any emergency information you can in regards to what hazards are in your area, what disaster plans do they already have in place for the community, warning signs that you should be looking for, evacuation routes. And making a plan would be step 2, talk to your family members, have an out-of-state contact. So that way if something happens, I live in Southern California, and if we have something happen here, or we have an event, all of my friends and family that live out of state know that they should contact my daughter who lives in Pennsylvania to find out how we are, and that I will get through to her however I can to let her know how we are, and she will report that out to anybody else who wants to know. Instead of having the airways flooded with a lot of calls, are you okay? Did you feel that? Leave that open for emergency communications, and have an out-of-state contact so that your family and your friends are not worried about you and they know what's going on with you. The other thing would be to decide where you will meet, and that would be in the event of different emergencies. A fire might be across the street at a neighbor's house, or on the street corner where there's a light, or something like that. But if you have a tsunami, if you have an earthquake, if you have something else where you would be leaving the home, make sure that your family knows where that place is to meet, and make sure that it's a safe place to meet. Post a list of the emergency numbers that you have in your grab-and-go bag, in your home kit, in your car kit, which I will share with you what the contents of those should be in future videos. So stay tuned for that. But have those phone numbers available, not only in those bags, but maybe in an area of your home, on the refrigerator, in an envelope or something like that. So whoever is there, maybe a babysitter, they know to grab that information, and they have all the numbers and the contacts that they need. Number 3 would be escape routes and meeting places, which we kind of went over in making a plan, but you want to make sure that your family knows the best escape route in what particular emergency. In a fire, what are your options? Choose more than one, because we don't know whether the fire's in the front of the house, in the back of the house, outside your door. So you have to think about what are our different options depending on where it would be. Make sure that you have a safe place to meet up, which we went over before. You don't want to meet, in a glass enclosed room in the middle of a earthquake or something like that, where you could be harmed even more by the meeting place that you've chosen. And number 4 would be to prepare a plan for your pets. Take the time to plan for what your pets are going to need, whether it's their food, some water for them, a water bowl, toys, a carrying case, or some kind of a crate where your pet could be kept safe. A lot of shelters do not have, are not prepared to take in pets and animals. They will not unless it's a service dog. If you go to a shelter, you can keep the dog outside in the car, but that's when you want to make sure you have food, you have water, and maybe you have some kind of a crate or something like that to be able to transport them in. So definitely you want to make sure that you're thinking about your pets. Maybe have a list of family members or pet-friendly hotels, your vet, boarding facilities, any place like that where you might be able to bring your pet in an emergency so that they're taken care of. You also want to plan for small children, diapers, formula, toys, anything like that that you would need specifically for that age for an infant. Also, you want to plan on people that are disabled and have special needs. It's essential that you have a plan for this kind of an individual. And if they're bedridden, bound, you want to make sure that you know how you're going to transport them. If they're on a life support, a powered life support, you need to make sure that you let the power company know in advance that you have this type of a situation so that they can try to help you get alternate power or get your power up as soon as possible. But in the event that you should ever lose power for any amount of time, for someone like this, you need to have an alternate power source. So you need to find out what that equipment that they have, what it needs to be able to run on should you lose your power. And of course, by all means, you want to bring their medications or anything else that they might need. Doctor's numbers, anything like that. And lastly, I would say be prepared for different emergencies. As I said, I live in Southern California, so out here I could have anything from an earthquake to a wildfire to a tornado to a flood. I think I'm a little bit too high up for a tsunami unless it's a humongous one. But there's a lot of different things that could happen here where I live, and I'm sure there could be where you live as well. And don't leave out, you know, snow blizzards and things like that, heat emergencies or cold emergencies. So think about what emergencies you have in the area that you live, and let's plan for those things. I guess what I want to say is in future videos, I will break down each one of those. We'll break down an earthquake and where to go, what to do, how to be safe within your home, such as for an earthquake. You know, you want to get under a sturdy piece of furniture, whether it's a big desk or a table or something like that, to protect yourself from things that might be falling around you or could hit you in the head. You know, in an earthquake or other type of disaster, you don't want to seek shelter in a glass enclosed patio or something like that, you know, all the glass could shatter and injure you. You want to pick a safe place in the home. For a tornado or something like that, you want to pick a room that maybe is either underground, like a basement type of a thing, or a crawl space, or an interior room or a hallway where you don't have a lot of windows and things like that, where, you know, you could get more injured than if you were, you know, sitting next to a window in your bedroom or your office or something like that. So I'll help you to think ahead for those kinds of things. I'll help you to know what kind of supplies to put in for all kinds of situations and all kinds of individuals in a car kit, in a grab-and-go bag, in your emergency home kit. So we'll cover a lot more things in the future, but I didn't want to overwhelm you. I just wanted to let you know that, you know, my purpose and my training is to save lives and to help people. And that's about being prepared and knowing how to protect yourself. And so going forward, those are all the types of things that I will be sharing with you. You can feel free to go onto my website. I hope that you do, which again is preparebeforedisaster.com. You will find this video and anything that I've gone over You will find some checklists, emergency checklists, and just tips and things like that. But feel free to shoot me a question, any question that you have. I will try to answer it, and I'll try to do it, as a topic of a video. So I hope to see you soon. I hope to hear from you soon. Until then, stay safe, stay well. Bye-bye.